The challenges of agriculture aren't going to go away. And I don't think that's an accident. God uses all sorts of challenges to help us to grow. It's growing in our abilities to function in the sphere that He's called us to. For me, that's agriculture.
We are on the Kim's seed potato farm. Our farm and this community comes from the Dutch background.
The farm has been passed down. I'm the 5th generation that's been involved in agriculture. The farmstead has changed operations from hay and grain and cows to a potato operation, and that's how we exist today, and we're raising a family to try to carry on that legacy here in the Gallatin Valley in agriculture. When I attended Dordt, when I went there as a 18-year-old farm kid from Montana, my view of agriculture was pretty much conventional. The fact that it's a liberal arts education, that it's not just focused on a particular area, but gives us exposure to a broad range, was very important for me. They created tension, and in that tension I was able to learn, not just get a grade.
I loved going to Dordt. Dordt truly is like family. My own father passed away when I was 15, so I was at Dordt when I was 18, 19 years old. I was at that stage that I was noticing that, I didn't have a father figure. Dr. Veenstra is like a second father to me. He put down everything in his office and said, "Why don't you sit down and talk?" From that day on, he just watched out for me.
I think Dordt, one of the things that I experienced there is it forced me to think about things a lot differently. The answers didn't have to be quite as conventional as before. And when I came back and I was thinking about what are the challenges on our farm, we had been faced with a fungal disease, and we had an increase in some viral pathogens. And instead of just using pesticides, we said, okay, what else can we do? And we started learning about compost tea. And basically compost tea is this liquid solution of beneficial microorganisms for crops.
So he grew an acre of potatoes, and in the fall, I said, "Great, you figured out that you can grow potatoes with no chemicals, now what?" And he said, "You can sell anything." He said, "You sell those potatoes."
God gave us the opportunity to start raising organic crops. And we got to the end of the year, I'm like, it's organic, we could sell this, let's do it.
Dordt taught both Jason and I to raise the bar, to think beyond what we always have known. And that was how Kim's Organic Potatoes started.
My understanding of agriculture that I was given at Dordt, it gave me a platform to then say, okay, how am I going to do this? What's been passed down for generations? What can I learn from the scientists and people who are doing lots of research? What can I learn from these guys? And how do we put that all together and build an agricultural model whose end goal is to glorify God?
The main part of Kim's Organic Potatoes that I do is the marketing. But I've built so many relationships with people in Bozeman. They know that I'm a Christian, and my morals and my standards, they can see that in me. And Dordt taught me in all things that I do that Christ is working through me.
Agriculture can lose a face, and we want agriculture to keep that face. They know us, and they trust us.
Without Dordt, I would not be the person that I am. There's a woman that I sell potatoes to. She showed up on my doorstep and she was crying, and she said, "My grandmother passed away and I need a hug, and you're the only person I knew that I could get one from." That's the kindness and the compassion that I learned a lot from Dr. Veenstra.
Yvonne and I chose to integrate our family into agriculture. I love to interact with them. I love to teach them that I'm passionate about agriculture. I'm passionate about my relationship with God.
You know, work and food to produce make me glorified.
Thank you so much.
It's an answer to prayer that I can be out there in the field working with my kids and teach them what Dordt stands on. It's the same thing I stand on. Everything they do it to glorify and honor God. It's just beautiful.